Welcome back. Joining me today is Christine Jahr and Karlee Stanford. One is the current director of the Apple Blossom Pageant, and one is the former director of the Apple Blossom Pageant. How are you ladies doing today?
Doing good.
Great.
Good.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course. Do you mind just kind of telling me a little bit about yourselves?
Sure. Christine, you want to go first?
I'm Christine. I work in marketing. I grew up in the Wenatchee Valley. Karlee and I went to high school together. I started working and volunteering, it's all volunteer, I guess, for the Apple Blossom Festival in, I want to say 2021. And then, yeah, once they get you in, it's hard to leave.
Yeah. So similar to Christine, grew up in the Valley. My husband and I moved to Sammamish for about 5 years, and about 3 years ago now I moved back. So I called Darcy and said, hey, how do I get involved in the community? And so she of course said, okay, we're gonna join Lions, help out with the Apple Blossom stuff, and it's been wonderful. So this will be my third pageant that I've helped out with, and it's been a lot of fun. We also help out with, we do the beer garden, the parade, the Apple Blossom auction, so lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Your third year being involved with the pageant, is it your first year as director?
First year as director, yep. And the Wenatchee Central Lions Club has been doing this pageant for about 50 years now. So,
Yeah.
As director, what excites you most about this upcoming pageant?
Oh, that's a great question. I think it's just a great group of girls, and the theme is a lot of fun this year, and then all of the team that we have, from the dressers to the security to everybody that we have backstage. It's just a really fun group.
And if I'm not mistaken, the theme is boy band?
Boy band, kind of through the eras, so you'll see little bits of that with like past TV shows, boy bands, girl bands, all of it.
Fun. I can't wait for that opening number. Christine, as a previous director, do you have any advice for Karlee, kind of in her getting her shoes wet and having this first experience as director?
Take advantage of your assistant, which Karlee was my assistant last year. So, yeah, we are kind of a well-oiled machine now, especially doing it at the PAC. We have Mike there, we have the whole PAC staff that really helps out. I would say it doesn't change a lot year over year, but yeah, lean on your assistant.
What's something the audience or the community would be surprised to learn about what goes into pageant night? And whichever one wants to take that, I think is fair game.
That we start planning in probably late September, early October, and also that we're all volunteers. So everyone that you see behind stage, besides the PAC employees, are there because we love it and are there because we love to volunteer and we love Apple Blossom so much. So yeah, I would say that we're all volunteers and that we start planning so much earlier than you probably expect us to.
So on the day of the pageant, the girls' day looks like it starts off with a morning panel interview, which is worth 30% of their score. And then in the afternoon, there's one-on-one interviews with the judges, which accounts for another 30% of their score. And then the pageant itself, which accounts for 40%. And in the end of it, 3 girls are crowned. But what is something that you hope that all 10 candidates walk away from pageant night experiencing or feeling?
Well, first of all, I hope that they're all proud of themselves. I mean, this is something that I wasn't comfortable enough to do when I was in high school, and I think it gives them all great experience. We were talking as they were going through the top 10 selection, kind of the interview experience that they get, and a lot of individuals don't get that prior to their interview for their first job. So I think it's really valuable skills that they can take through, to college, new jobs, all of that. I think it's really neat.
Yeah, I think I did top 10 in like 2012, and I still to this day remember the process and remember the interviewing and being able to stand up on stage and do a speech and an impromptu questions. as a senior in high school is a huge accomplishment in front of all those people. So I would say just be proud of yourself, because it's a huge accomplishment.
Christine, is there a particular moment that captures what the royalty pageant means to you from a previous year?
I think just being involved with the girls and with Lions Club and helping out. I remember the volunteers that helped us back in 2012, and some of them are still around, and I think it's just such a huge part of our community, and that's why I wanted to be a part of it, was because I saw how fun they had and how much fun they had and how much they, loved doing what they did. And so the moment I moved back here, I was like, I got to get involved with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is there anything else that either of you would want the viewers to know, or information you'd like to share?
I think it's kind of fun that everybody thinks, they'll ask us, like, who do you think is going to get the, who's going to be crowned, who's doing the best, and so much of that we can hardly even hear in the background. So we're just as excited as the crowd to kind of see who is it going to be, because we get to know them more on a personal level rather than what we're seeing, through their panel and their, all those interviews and their speeches, and we get glimpses of it. But yeah, we're just as surprised as everybody else. So I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah, we spend so much time with the girls during rehearsals, and we would never be able to pick just 3 because they're all great. And yeah, again, we can't really hear anything backstage, so we're just as surprised as everyone else when those names are read, and that is so fun when you're standing backstage and with all the volunteers and you hear the names read, and it's just an exciting feeling.
Christine, Karlee, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having us
today.
Of course. The 107th Apple Blossom Royalty Selection Pageant is on February 14th at the Numerica Pack. For tickets, visit the Numerica Pack box office